Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Mr. Week channel. Today I want to share something that I always been interesting for such a long time, and this is the men's greatest achievements. If you want to know, stay tuned. And there you go guys. Can I say just thank you for coming to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel, because I would be so grateful. So let's go into this men's greatest achievements. The first greatest achievement for me personally is to land in the moon. Why land in the moon? Because this, for me, like I said, is one of the greatest achievements. When they thought the impossible was possible, those people traveled through space really itself and landed themselves on the moon. Isn't because people they think that it would be something impossible, and that is something actually really amazed me how they did get there. And that's why I think it's one of the greatest achievements. And on the second, I would say actually is the men they created electronic devices. I think that electronic devices now make up a huge part of our lives. Would you agree? For the majority of the world, everybody around the world. I remember when I was a child, when we had just a radio, and when I was a child until 10 years old, and after that we got TVs. I'll never forget when I saw the first mobile phone in 1987. It was a huge box. So the electronic devices is one of the greatest men's creation, and I'm saying that because it's so important for people to keep in contact isn't to electronic devices, and that it helps us all around the world for all sort of things, as I mentioned, to go to the moon. So even when they went to the moon, they all started there. The third, I would say, how humans actually mastered to fly. You know, when the planes, you know, this sounds perhaps strange to some of you, but I just love the way that the planes, because I've traveled quite a lot, traveled so many countries, and it always amazed me how the plane flies and the way it lands. It's just incredible. We've been making planes from the 1901. I remember I went actually to RAF museum last month, and I was amazed. Some of the planes they got there, 1914, 1934, that was incredible. How they mastered that I think is really, really nice, because it kept people allowed to be in contact. And we know that some people, they come from different countries, they come to UK and vice versa, or around the world. Italians, for example, they went to America, it's quite far away. All of that actually was impossible because of the plane. I still think the planes is something quite unique, isn't the way they lift off is just incredible. Even today, 21st century, for me personally, is still one of the greatest achievements. The other amazed as well is the domestic fire, and even he doesn't, forgive me, even he doesn't look like it's the greatest creation from man, I still think it is. And it is because it allows us to cook, for example, at home. I remember when I was young, we used to use the wood to make food. That is the truth. My house, it was full of smoke. We did get used to it, but that is the way it was, and I will never forget that. So the gas is, and now we have gas in our homes. We can cook for others. The way that we can make big parties or small parties, the heating in people's homes, that it doesn't look as a great achievement, but it is if you think about it. So it keeps us warm, keep us safe in a way. So yes, I think for me personally, that is a great achievement from human point of view. The fifth is how we created the writing. Writing is the sole reason, I would say, that mankind has been able to accumulate knowledge and to share knowledge. Because by the way that we write, we can send emails, we can write by letter, so we can keep in contact, but we can help others, isn't? We got the teachers, the students. All is impossible because someone writes put that into books so we all can learn. So writing is being important to accumulate and to share knowledge. So in short, all of the others achievements that I just mentioned here would have been impossible or insignificant, more difficult, without the creation of writing. So writing has been important in so many men's achievements, not only to share. So we could be in America and somebody actually send an email or even made a book or write a letter to someone on the other side of the world. So that has been really important in men's achievements. So we could share and being in contact as well. So perhaps perhaps they don't agree. I still think that is one of the men's great achievements. Now, the sixth greatest men achievements, I would say, is photography. The photography actually, it can be the underdog here of men's creation. While it may not seem as significant as making the on the moon or an achievement flight, photography allow us to make moments in time. We can make photos of land, we can make photos of landmark, photos of love and family. And I think actually it's part of our history, isn't it? As we can learn, as we go to the school, some photos, isn't they can actually speak with ourselves without having any word. Actually, I can look to a photo and it can tells me a lot, isn't. So photography is very important. We have to see actually before they made videos. I remember when I was a little child, I started to go to the cinema. Actually, they start with photography and they develop the photos. They put it all together and they move them around. I never forget. Actually, some history museum, they got those type of machines where this big machine who take photos, they put something they invented, they could rotate the photos and it started to look like a movie. So photography, I would say it was very, very important. Something that all of us, we went through this through the school, for me is the seventh greatest explanation of men's achievements is the theory of evolution. It compares with so many other things. This is huge, how we found out the theory of evolution. Compares with so many other things. This is huge, an explanation of how we came into being. It asks one of the most provocative questions for me. What are we? From what did we come from? And what will become even in the future? And that is nice because all in school we learn about evolution. And even some people or some religions, they do doubt or they question that. We have to say that is really, really important because we need to know where we came from. So whatever, if you agree or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just sharing my point of view. I'm not trying here to be negative or impose. I'm just sharing and making something different. The eighth men's creation, I would say, is music for me. And I'm going to say why. Because music for me is the language of existence in my book. It puts our humanity into perspective and brings meaning to everyday moments. Without music, it would be very hard to reflect on where we are and what we are doing. Because as selfish humans as we are, we're never satisfied, and so music can unite us all around the world. As we know, we can go to a concert, it makes us feel good, we forget who we are actually. I can share with you, I have seen very famous people, and the last time actually was Lionel Richie. He just blew me away. So 1.5 hours, I didn't know actually who I was because I was just focused on the music. I was focused what Lionel Richie was singing. So can you see, can have a positive actually attitude of us. I got family, they like actually heavy metal. So all of us, we got different tastes. Music can still unite us all around the world. So I think that it was something really amazing. Even it can change our mood, and I can feel negative, but if I listen to music, actually I do feel much better. I don't know how music has influence in you. As you know, there's a lot of festivals here in United Kingdom, whatever part of the world, perhaps where you live as well. Music is very important for you, or even your children, whatever. Any age, music can have a big impact on us. Wow! The 9 greatest invention for me, or creation, is the way they developed the vaccines. It's so strange for me to say that, because we are living now to one of the most terrible situations here on the earth because of the coronavirus. Around the world, it's been killing thousands and now millions. This is really terrible. Nevertheless, man's creation of some great vaccines, a lot of people actually, they are saved, isn't? A vaccine can have the ability to save not humans but other forms of life, like even animals, even insects. And so the way they develop the vaccine these days, it can save actually even insects, would you believe it? But because we are in need actually this vaccine for they call the COVID-19. It can make a big difference in our lives, and as we know, this has affected us all in so many different ways. People, they lost their jobs. Some, they lost even their houses. So the vaccine, since they invented the first one, has been saving a lot of lives. And we hope very soon, or maybe next year, 2021, so I hope so, by spring, we have a vaccine so we can save and we can stop all of this misery. The last man's great achievements. I'm going to choose, there's so many, perhaps you can agree. If you don't agree, just tell me which one you think I miss. I would say conquering the Everest. And I'm going to say why, because I've seen actually several documentaries about this on television. Always fascinate me how people, they want to go there. And sometimes when the weather is so bad, you can't even see the top of the Everest. So one of the greatest achievements, by climbing to the biggest mountain in the world. That is amazing. It's really amazing, and it's very sad as well. Don't take me wrong, lots of people has died there. They have died there, and the thing is, you need oxygen as you get into the top. So look at that, this achievement that you go to the top of the Everest, it can be deadly. I still think it's a great achievement. Nevertheless, I want to bring you positivity. Thanks for watching, guys. I just want to share this with you, and hope you enjoyed this video. Why not share these amazing things and being positive. Hope you are all okay. Please wash your hands, follow the guidelines, then we got more infections on a daily basis. And please take care of yourselves and take care of others. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye for now.